We're looking at the solid geometry of this pentagonal pyramid, and you can see that they've given us a cutting plane over here. All right, what you need to do is, first of all, just darken in that edge over there, going around the pentagonal base. The reason why I can draw that in dark is that my eagle looking down here will be able to see a very dark base over there. These lines going up to the apex of the pyramid, you must draw those in construction lines because we need to find out where that cutting plane is cutting through over there. To do that, well, first of all, I'm going to just start out by labeling this thing. I'm going to start there, and I'm going to go number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 over there. And I come over here and I go number 1, number 2, number 5 over there, number 3, and number 4 over there. Right. Apex of this, I always call that 0. There is my apex on the thing over there. Right. What I'd suggest you do is draw out as much of the cutting plane on this top view as you possibly can. So to do that, you can see over here, I've got line 1, 0 over there, and it cuts through at this point over here. I'm going to call that point A. That point over there is point A, and I'm going to drop a line down from that point into my top view. Where is 1, 0? There it is, and I can then label that point over there point A. Note, I'm using letters over here. Some people are adamant that you should just use numbers. I prefer to use letters. It just makes it easier at the end of the day for explanation purposes. Right, over here, there is line 2, 0, and you can see the cutting plane cutting through there. I'm going to drop a line straight down from there to find point 2, 0, the connection point on point 2, 0, and I'm going to label that B. Point 3, 3, 0, the line on 3, 0, there it is, and I can label that over there, C, so that would be B over there, and C over there. And the same thing is going to happen over here. I'm going to drop a line coming down over here onto 4, 0, and I can call that D. My problem is that that point on point 5, 0, well, I can't exactly drop a line down onto that line to find a point. So how do I go about finding that point on point 5, 0? What I'm going to do is to do what they call a cone generator method of finding that true length. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line coming out from 0 over here. I'm going to take that out over there, construction line coming out. I'm going to take this radius over here of 5, 0 over there, and I'm going to arc it down onto that horizontal line that I just drew. I'm then going to take that line, going from where that arc is, hitting that horizontal line up to the XY axis over here. And if I draw a line going from 0 at the top down there, I will find the true length. Happy with that? Right, in that case, what I can do is I can take a line coming across from where it intersects over there, across onto that true length line over there. I'm going to drop that down onto that horizontal line over there. And I can now take that length from there, and I'm going to arc that back and find this point, which we're going to call point E. Go through that again. Start out, draw a horizontal line coming out. Step number 2, extend your pair of compasses from 0 to 5. And you arc down onto that horizontal line over there. You're going to draw a line going up to the XY axis over there. I'm going to take a line coming from 0 all the way down to the XY axis where it intersects over there. That gives you a true length distance of 0.5. I can now take a line coming from that point over there out to the line, drop it down onto my horizontal line over here, and I can then arc that back using my pair of compasses. There we go. And you arc that back and you find point E over there. Once you've done that, you can then draw in your cutting plane on your top view. There we go. There we go. go. There we go. And there we go. Should have 5 corners on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners. I know that I've got my cutting plane of that cutting planes section. Right, okay, what I need to do now is to find a 45-degree set square. There we go. And I'm going to quickly hatch that little lot. Take your 0.3 pencil and you're going to hatch that as fast as you can. Nice even hatching going all the way across. 0.3 pencil, make it nice and dark. Okay, and then last thing that we need to do for the top view is to darken in these lines going from there to there. From there to there. From there to there. From there to there. And from there to there. If you look at this section at the top over here has been removed so that my eagle can peck that cutting plane over there. Cutting plane labeled with the letters. Right, once I've done that, next thing is to draw the right view of this, the left view of this thing. I'm going to be looking from the left-hand side. If I'm to draw the left-hand side, these points over here are the points that I need to have. The base of this thing will be cut away completely. So I'm just going to start out and I'm going to say, all right, I've got a 45-degree line over there. Take a line coming across from 0. Take a line going straight up. And take a line going from point 0 at the top there, like that. And I can mark that as point 0. Note, the top part is remaining, the bottom part is being taken away. Unlike this top view over here, where the top part was removed and the bottom part remained. Right, these points over here, I need to transfer those across. You can use your 45-degree line, or I'm going to show the other method using my pair of dividers and getting those points. I'm going to take lines coming across from all of these points over here. Take that across. Take that across. Take that across. Take this point across, which I haven't labeled. That is point E over there. Point E. And finally, point A over here. Take that across. Once those are in place, take these measurements over here. From A to the XY axis. Find A. Go across. Mark off A. There is point A. And label it as A. B from the XY axis. Find B, take it across, plop it down, and label it. C from the XY axis. Find C, go to the new XY axis, plop it down. There is point C. D, there's D. From the XY axis, there's D over there. Take that across to the new XY axis, pop it down, label it as D. Got to put D on that point over there. E is closer to the XY axis. Find it, go across, pop it down, label it as E. Right, once I've got those in place, what line am I going to be able to see first? It is going to be this line A0. So I'm going to draw that line in straight away so that I've got that as my reference point. There. I'm going to be able to draw in my cutting plane. I know that I can see my cutting plane, so I must be able to see all of these lines going around here. And I think you'll be able to see what it is that you can draw as dark. That is obviously going to be an edge. You have to be able to see that. There's nothing outside of it. This one over here, going from 0 down to C over there, that is an edge. There's nothing outside of it. This line over here, B, where is B? Well, if you look at it, I'm standing over here. B is over here in my right hand. I will be able to see that. You'll be able to see that line going over there. And if you look at this, D is on the other side of this thing over here. D will be a hidden detail line going up to 0 over there. There is D. And after you've done that, you then do that hatching over here. Right, once you've done that, you now need to do what they call a true shape of the cutting plane. To do that, you need to be able to look at this cutting plane at 90 degrees to it. If you're not looking at something at 90 degrees, you can't see the true length, therefore you won't be able to see the true shape. I need all of these lengths, A, B, C, D, to be true lengths. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, I'm going to remove it from the board, I'm going to swing it round, and I'm going to place my ruler on that cutting plane over there. Let's just get that a little bit higher on the board so that you'll be able to see more. There we go. Okay, lined up on the XY, not the XY axis, the cutting plane, AA, and I'm going to stick that down with this marvelous stuff called masking tape. Please, if you don't have masking tape, you need to get some. Once you've done that, you're going to drop this down and you're going to draw in an XY axis over here. Label it X and Y. You're then going to drop lines down at 90 degrees to the cutting plane. This is fun. Right, and now I'm going to take the measurements off here from my XY axis to A. Find A, go down to the new XY axis, mark off where A is. Go to B. Find B, go down to the XY axis, mark off where B is. Go to C. There's C, go to C, go to the new XY axis, mark off C. Go to D, from the XY axis, find D, go down to the new XY axis, mark off D. Go to E, find E, go down to the new XY axis, mark off E, and after you've done that, you can now join those dots and you have got what they call the true shape of the cutting plane. If you were looking at this thing at 90 degrees, the reason why I know that I'm looking at it at 90 degrees is that all of these blue lines that I've got going down over here are at 90 degrees to the cutting plane. Therefore, I'm looking at this thing at 90 degrees. Once I've done that, you quickly hatch that surface with your 0.3 pencil, and life will be very good for you. You can also label that as true shape. A little bit neater than I'm doing it. Right, once that's done, there it is. That is what the object needs to look like.